to a new section of our online science classes. Today let us learn a new lesson. Name of the lesson is reproduction in animals. We know that the race of all the organisms it continues. So human beings, for a long time itself, the human beings are there on the earth, or cow or cat or buffalo. We know that if a cow or if a buffalo or if a cat dies, that race it does not, or that species it does not stop. That means that species organism it will continue. So how does it continue? It continues by a process called reproduction. So about the basic things of the reproduction, last year we have studied. That means there was a lesson in last year. What is the name of the lesson? The name of the lesson was reproduction in plants, that we have completed last year. Now we are going to learn the reproduction in animals. Okay, now let's learn the reproduction in animals. So before that, let us recollect what is meant by reproduction. What is reproduction? The process by which a living organism produces its own kind is known as reproduction, and the young ones formed are called offspring. So the process by which a living organism produces its own kind. We know a cow, it produces a small cow, that means calf. So that process is known as reproduction. So in reproduction, the young ones formed, that means new ones formed, they are known as offspring. Okay, they are known as offspring. So hope you understood what is reproduction. Reproduction is the process in which living organisms produce its own kind. And also when we have studied the differences between living things and non-living things in our primary classes, there we have studied reproduction. It is a basic characteristics of living things. Only living things they can produce young ones of its own kind. That means they can do reproduction. Hope these things are clear. Now let us think about reproduction. So we know that different organisms reproduce in different ways. So in the class we have studied that how does yeast reproduces. So yeast reproduces by a process called budding. So in this budding, only one yeast itself it can produce many yeast. That means with one parent, new young ones will be produced in yeast. But with only one animal, with the only one human being, or with the only one cow, or with the only one cat, is it possible to produce the young ones? No, it is not possible. For that, two organisms are required. That means one male and one female are required. Is it clear? For the reproduction, in some cases, only one organism itself it can produce the young ones. But in some other cases, two organisms, one male and one female, are needed to produce the young ones. So we can say that different organisms produce in the different ways. So the process of reproduction we can broadly divide into two. What are the two types of reproduction? The two types of reproduction are sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. Okay, there are two types of reproduction. What are they? Sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. So in the beginning, means in the first part of our lesson, we will study about sexual reproduction, and at the end of this lesson we will study about asexual reproduction. So first let us study about sexual reproduction. I have said one characteristic of the sexual reproduction. In sexual reproduction, two organisms are required. What are the organisms? One male and one female are required. Two types of organisms, that means one male and one female are required in sexual reproduction. Okay, in sexual reproduction it involves two organisms. That means we can say that two parents are required to produce the young ones. Okay, two parents, that means one male and one female is required. So each parent, that means each organism, male and female, it produces the sexual cells. They are known as gametes. What are they called? They are called gametes. Each parent produces a reproductive cell. Reproductive cell or sexual cell is known as gamete. Is it clear what is gamete? Gamete is the sexual cell or reproductive cell. The male produces sperm. What is the gamete present in male, or what is the gamete produced by the male? The gamete produced by the male is sperm. You have to note, the gamete produced by the male is sperm. And in the same way, what is the name of the gamete produced by the female? The name of the gamete produced by the female is ovum or egg. We can call ovum or egg. So it is clear now, the sexual cells or reproductive cells in male is sperm and in female it is ovum. So we have learned about sperm and we have learned about ovum. In higher organism, if you are seeing one cat, cow, buffalo or human being, we can say that this higher organism, they produce either ovum or sperm. They won't produce both. For example, we know male human, they produce sperm, and in female human, what they produce? They produce ovum. So they produce either ovum or sperm. Hope it is clear. So that is why they are known as unisexual organisms. What are they called? They are called as unisexual organisms. Means they will be able to produce either sperm or ovum. The organism which produces sperm are males, and the organism which produces ovum, they are females. Hope these things are clear. Now let us say that in some lower organisms like leeches, earthworms, in these organisms there will be two sexual organs are present. Two reproductive organs are present. That means they contain male reproductive organ and female reproductive organ. As they contain male reproductive organ and female reproductive organ, they are able to produce both sperm and ovum. So they can produce male sexual gametes and female sexual gametes. That means they can produce sperm and ovum. Such organisms are known as hermaphrodites. What those organisms are called? Those organisms are called hermaphrodites or bisexual organisms. Bisexual organisms are the organism which contains or which are able to produce both ovum and sperm. Hope you have understood. Now, in sexual reproduction, it involves three processes. Three processes are involved in the sexual reproduction. Let us see what are they. The three processes involved in sexual reproduction are: first one, formation of gametes. Do you remember what are gametes? Gametes are the reproductive cells. And second one, union of male and female gametes. And the third one, it is development of embryo. These three processes are involved in sexual reproduction. What is the first process? First process is formation of gametes. Formation of gametes is known as gametogenesis. What is gametogenesis? Gametogenesis is the formation of gametes. That means in male the formation of sperm, and in female is the formation of ovum. That is known as gametogenesis or formation of gametes. And the second one, if the male produce sperm and female produce ovum, then it won't result in the reproduction. For the reproduction, what is needed? There should be the union of both sperm and ovum. There should be the union of both sperm and ovum. Next one, development of embryo. That means when both the gametes are united, it will result in the formation of a single cell, and that is known as zygote, and later its development is there. That is mentioned here, development of embryo. Hope you have understood these things. Now let us learn about fertilization. We are going to learn about fertilization. What is fertilization? Fertilization is nothing but it is the union of both the male and female gametes. What is fertilization? Fertilization is the fusion of male gamete and female gamete. Or we can say that the process in which male gamete and female gamete are fused each other, that is known as fertilization. Hope it is clear. Fertilization is the process of fusing sperm and ovum, or we can say that it is the process of fusion of male gamete and female gamete. That process is known as fertilization. Remember, fertilization is of two types. There are two types of fertilization. What are the two types of fertilization? First type of fertilization is take place inside the body of the female. And second type of fertilization, it takes place outside the body of the female. Based on this, we can learn about two types of fertilization. They are external fertilization and internal fertilization. What are the two types of fertilization? They are external fertilization and internal fertilization. Let us learn about external fertilization. External fertilization is the type of fertilization in which fusion of male gamete and female gametes takes place outside the body of the female. If the fusion of sperm and ovum take place outside the body of the female, type of fertilization is known as external fertilization. Hope it is clear. Fusion of male gamete and female gamete takes place outside the body of the female. That is known as external fertilization. Example, fishes. In fishes or frogs, which type of fertilization take place? Their external fertilization take place. How does it? I will tell you. We know fishes or frogs, they lay eggs in water. Male fishes, they will produce the sperm and it will ejected to water. Male fishes, they produce sperms and send to water. And what happens to the female? Female fishes also, they produces eggs and sending to water. So now sperms are there in water, eggs also are there in water. So fusion of male gamete and female gametes takes place here inside the water. Such a type of fertilization is known as external fertilization. That means that fertilization has taken place outside the body of the female. Same it happens in frogs also. In frogs also, female frogs, they lay eggs in water. And male frogs, they send sperms to water. So now sperm is there in water, eggs also it is there in water. So these sperms and eggs are combined or fusing in water. That type of fertilization, that means fertilization which takes place outside the body of the female is known as external fertilization. So examples also we have learned are the organisms in which external fertilization occurs, fishes and frogs. Now we are going to learn about internal fertilization. So I have cleared you about the external fertilization. Now you can easily say what is internal fertilization. What is internal fertilization? Internal fertilization is the type of fertilization in which fusion of male gamete and female gamete takes place inside the body of the female. Where does the fusion of sperm and ovum take place? The fusion of sperm and ovum takes place inside the body of the female. Such fertilization is known as internal fertilization. In all the higher organisms like cow, cat, dogs, human beings, in this organism, all the higher organisms, internal fertilization takes place. Okay, internal fertilization takes place. That means fusion of ovum and sperm takes place inside the body of the female. inside the body of the female partner. Such a reproduction or such a fertilization is known as internal fertilization. Hope you have understood what is internal fertilization and external fertilization, also which are the organisms that produced by internal fertilization and external fertilization. Here one more point you have to remember. Here the formation of gamete, I said you, it is by a process called gametogenesis, and it is produced by a type of cell division. What is the type of cell division? Which type of cell division gametes are formed? Gametes are formed by a type of cell division that is known as reduction division or meiosis. Reduction division or meiosis.